I come in?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
Instagram sweet, so we don't talk. If we just been following each other and we just watch each other's stories, we don't know each other like that, you're probably gonna get kicked off my Instagram. So sorry.
Oh shit. Yeah, you got trouble over here, bro. You got right here. Okay.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa.
Captain, may I...
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very... It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention...
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their content, yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo. Far beyond the
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on!
So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
This.
Wow.
Oh.
Spectacular.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me that? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize...
Money? What I want is a little gusto.
It is at that.
That's the ticket.
Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes. Where to, ladies, though?
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg!
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit... Neurus? Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find...
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor.
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. 'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off.
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now.
You've been acting stranger than you...
Whoa!
Good God. Is this... a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away.
Yes.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, 'tis rather... excessive. Did you... really? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? I'm working...
You! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this...
Mercy, please! Look, take my head...
Look. Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then...
'Tis no scheme.
For his heart... Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across... And now you want a... Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you,
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the...
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft...
I think.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world.
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
Well, if we die, we all die together.
Ha! The boy's bold as brass.
'Tis not an invitation, you dope.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper...
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. Our destination is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off...
A criminal?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby... What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismane, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we... Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in...
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself...
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh, no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't... Oh, yeah? Let's see. It's your call. Let's see here.
What's this?
Come on! Got it. Okay? Hey!
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Yep.
Hey. Now then. Speaking of...
What's that about?
Oh, I see, I see. Then...
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
True.
I knew it!
Well met. All right. If so... I'd say... That's why.
Really?
Well... True.
All right.
All right.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Wow.
That's...
Certainly.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah!
Yeah.
Hey there!
huh?
Huh?
However,
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Well met.
Certainly.
I see.
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
My star is rising!
Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Starting out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Gladel a hand.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on! You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cornland runner. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished. You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Vitus power! Win!
I shall fight as... Let's do this! Something else. Go for it! Witness me, brethren!
As one!
I cannot move! It's not working! We
Prostrate
can't attack
yourself
Godot.
before God.
Scout!
What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him.
I shall vanquish
He's toying
evil.
with us.
The power of light!
Mage! Oh, mystic fire!
Come forth, royal soul! You better be... Let's work together! Not this. I won't hold back! Win! Still here?
Sanctism is supreme!
What could you hope to achieve? Dear God.
Moving to the rear. To the fore! I call upon royal power within! Oh, holy milk, die hard!
Come! Oh, Worthy
Damn
foe
you! Go to
Witness the power of sanctism.
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight for the sake of my dear brother. Now! Feel the right to...
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother!
Hang in there!
Take this!
What can I do?
Badly wounded! Can anyone heal
Sanctism
him?
will reign! Delay the inevitable!
Stroll can't take any more! Someone heal him!
Are you prepared?
Are you well?
I knew you'd help. Trust me.
Behold
Mate!
my power!
Bust off!
Seeker! Is there enough? Come forth, Royal Soul!
I shall seize my chance. Take this!
What?
Take this!
Everyone,
Stroll!
forgive
Someone
me.
get him back on his feet!
I
Your
serve in
Highness.
his name! Sanctism will
Put
reign!
her down! Get her back up!
I won't lose.
Not like this! Someone help, please!
Vitus power!
Take this! Take this!
Captain's hurt bad!
Can't give up now.
Let's get him some
Sanctism
healing.
will reign!
I'm sorry, everyone.
Will you yield to reality?
What now?
In the name of justice!
By the sworn oath of knighthood. Well met.
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Mice!
What's our plan? If we just hang back and...
Let's...
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you...
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I won't hold back!
I can't have... Warrior! Hush and slash! Prostrate yourself before God!
No. Let us fight as one. Not this skill. I see you!
Cease your resistance!
Seeker! Win!
What could you hope to achieve? Brace yourselves!
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
In the name of justice! Give me your aid!
No.
Warrior! I'll cut you down! Prostrate yourself before God! Let me help!
Hunger got them right in the
It's okay. Let's work together.
Hold nothing back!
Let's do this. What could you hope to achieve? Take this!
Stroll's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Come at me!
Stroll can't take any more. Someone heal him.
This should work.
Stroll,
Cease your resistance.
Comrades, lend me your strength.
We'll team up!
To him, the freedom of a wanderer. We'll do this together.
All right, let's go! Sanctism is supreme. I would lose nothing.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my
Hang
brother!
in there.
Is that all?
Take this!
Child's play.
Damn it!
Like poetry in motion.
Let's get on with it!
Not the right move.
I call upon royal power within! I shall vanquish evil! Oh, holy light!
Oh, power of heroes! Not now.
Allies, together!
No, not this. To you!
Stroll,
Lend me your
they
strength.
sapped your defenses.
Strike true!
A tough one.
Sanctism will reign! Sanctism will reign! Here they come.
Could do with this.
Thanks.
Trust me.
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
I defer to you.
Let's work together.
'Tis yours.
So, yet your desperate struggling is for naught.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Now,
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
what have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
Hey, get down here. What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I...
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh?
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The king... Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of Scroop,
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
My Lord Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladale got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?